From the bottom of my heart, you suck. I didn't miss any one of you. I wish it would have been 2 years. Everybody. I hate all of you. I came back for this. This is ridiculous.
Corbin hurt my feelings.
Good.
Corbin hurt my feelings. Corbin hurt my feelings.
Just give me the first.
Corbin hurt my feelings. I'm telling you.
Scheduled for one fall.
Shut up!
Your time is 30 minutes, and your referee is Clark Feldman. Introducing first from the Dude Ranch, weighing 200 pounds, the loudmouth mercenary, Darin Corbin. Minneapolis, Minnesota.
I want you to kill Corbin. Kill him.
Welcome to Ringside, ladies and gentlemen. Nick Kodak alongside Josh Callisto, and we have a fired up Darin Corbin versus Devon Monroe in what is becoming a really hot rivalry in the last month or so. Josh, these two have had multiple encounters, and Darin Corbin he's an angry man right now.
And not only in recent months around town since Darin Corbin's return after the pandemic, but also this was a singles matchup in Higher Ground Wrestling a couple of years ago, very early in Devon Monroe's career. Darin Corbin the victor in that matchup, and he felt the need after that match to say nice things about Devon Monroe, and feels like after that Devon Monroe hasn't shown him the proper respect.
Yeah, Darin is the king of feeling slighted. But the match you're talking about was one of Devon's first big name matchups.
Not the first.
The first
big opportunity. He had won a battle royal. He had a couple singles matches, and he had a big, impressive pro wrestling debut for us in the Fright Club Scramble. But that was for sure his big, almost coming out party in professional wrestling that led to him. I didn't mean it that way, but it was his moment to show the pro wrestling world that he was going to become a big deal, and he has.
He absolutely has. He's gotten not only great exposure here in the Midwest, but nationally. And he is a guy that has a name now. Devon Monroe is a name, and I don't know if Darin Corbin feels like, again, maybe he's got a little bit of disrespect. Although, like I said, Darin Corbin is the king of feeling slighted, and he's going to let you know about it. And whoa, some athleticism from Devon Monroe.
Darin Corbin trying to get out of that head scissors, but it didn't work, no matter how much he moved on that. And here comes the trademark right here.
This is something we've seen many times before.
Run up into the arm drag, sends Darin Corbin to the floor.
And the fans are letting him know it. And if it's one thing we know Darin Corbin loves, it's fan feedback. And a wily move there by Darin Corbin.
Did you see Devon Monroe's head bounce off the mat?
Yeah, he landed hard on that. That's going to knock him silly. But still continuing the offense. This is a guy we've talked about, Devon.
And he's laying it in there. As small as he is, he's got a lot of fire, and he had some power behind him.
Oh, there's a little booty rub. Yeah, that's it. The problem is that's going to fire someone like Darin Corbin up. You got to be careful. It gets the fans going, but it's also going to fire Darin Corbin up. And he tried to go for that overhand chop, and he missed. Devon Monroe got out of the way and hit the post. And Devon Monroe, again, we've talked about the experience that Devon Monroe has accrued over the last year and a half here, even with the pandemic. He is learning that ring IQ, that wrestling IQ has exploded. And Devon Monroe is no longer that young, fresh-faced rookie, and a hip attack into the cover, hooks the leg.
That had contact.
That had some.
That had to jar not only the brain, but the neck and the spine.
And the
of
ego.
Darin Corbin. And the ego, yes.
Devon Monroe, he is a slight figure, but he packs a punch in every offensive maneuver he puts out there. And here it is, one of the greatest moves in professional wrestling.
The shot to the gut.
Oh!
And the jawbreaker. Those were some pretty good moves, Nick Kodak.
What a counter. That was, we talk about ring presence and ring IQ. There are very few wrestlers in the Midwest, if anywhere, that have the ring presence of a Darin Corbin. Love him or hate him, there's a reason.
Kodak, do you want to know what I love?
What do you love?
This crowd.
This crowd is phenomenal. This crowd is hot.
Lord. Pro wrestling is back in the Twin Cities.
At last.
Devon Monroe's head is bothering him now.
Well, he's taking repeated shots, Josh. Multiple shots to that head. And Darin Corbin knows it. Has the legs here. What could he possibly be looking for as he jaws to the crowd and a kick to the midsection. Trying to cave in that chest to Devon Monroe. Devon Monroe now laboring to breathe, having a hard time. Oh, it just drops both of his knees. That had malice in it, Josh. That had disrespect written all over it. I'm not sure if he was trying to disrespect Devon Monroe or the crowd more.
That double knee drop there,
that was devastating.
As small as Devon Monroe is, he's going to have trouble breathing for weeks after that.
And we've mentioned this multiple times before. When you can't breathe, you can't wrestle. You can't put anything behind those strikes, and it's hard to get offense in when you are trying to suck wind.
Like there's being sore for a couple days after wrestling.
I think it was a broken rib.
That was full weight. I don't know about. He might have almost rather wanted broken ribs than the trouble he's going to be feeling from that. In the past, I've had chair shots across the back that they almost move your ribs and crack them a little bit. That backbreaker will do it too.
And you talk about Darin Corbin having that ring IQ, that wrestling IQ, to target an area that he knows is going to cause trouble, and he does it repeatedly.
But those double knees across the chest and followed up with that backbreaker too. It's spreading the bruising on the rib cage across the entire rib cage. The more spots on your rib cage, on both the front and the back, the more spots that hurt, the more pain you're in for weeks.
And now you're just biting the hand of Devon Monroe twice, getting accosted by the official here, Clark Feldman, not having any of it, but damage is being done regardless as Devon struggles here. Clark checking in on him. He's trying to make it to his feet, just unable to get anything going here. And Darin Corbin has to be loving this. The crowd is hating him. Devon can barely move. And Darin just stalking Devon Monroe. Having a chat with a fan at ringside. And lining up Devon Monroe and not missing. Straight to the face of Devon Monroe. And now just with again, we talk about the disrespect. Oh my goodness.
Trademark Darin Corbin right up to the heart.
As he makes his way up the steps here. He knew what he was doing. Everything was planned in that maneuver right there. He knew exactly what he was doing. The crowd here in St. Paul trying to get behind and rally behind Devon Monroe. And that may have worked as Darin Corbin tried to, slither into the ring and cover Devon Monroe.
I think he's just mocking him.
I agree. I think this is just flat out disrespect. The attitude that Darin Corbin brings into this ring.
Darin thinks that, you know, the rear end related offense and shenanigans of Devon Monroe. Darin has never been a fan of that, and he thinks it's Devon not taking things seriously. So I think that worm, whatever you would call that, is just him mocking Devon Monroe as he continues to punish him.
I agree. Devon finally able to get out of
but
something.
But the schoolboy here, high on the shoulders.
And only able
that
to get
was a really good pin attempt.
Going for that crucifix pin. Has the cover.
This is really smart from Devon Monroe. Trying to get the pinfall. That kick will help.
He caught him flush on the ear.
It'll help if Darin doesn't make it to the floor. But
again,
that was very smart of him, knowing Devon knowing he was getting a beating put to him, which he still is now. He's got to try to get those quick pinfalls and get out of here with the win.
Darin trying to shake that off a little bit. As the crowd is coming alive again for Devon Monroe. This is getting under the skin of Darin Corbin here. Devon trying to get himself back to his feet.
Breaking the count and now going outside.
What is this? What is this? Oh, those ribs to the apron.
Back to the ribs.
Ooh, we all know the apron. Oh. Well, that was just mean. Effective, but mean. Corbin now getting back into the ring, taking his time. This may be a detriment here. We know Devon Monroe, he doesn't need a lot to end a match. And you're going to give him time to recuperate here. Oh, the back elbow as he stares right at us. And
don't forget that elbow going back to the head. Darin was focusing on the head early in the match and then switched up to the ribs and the lungs and the back. Now going back to the head again.
Trying to cause as much pain and as much damage to Devon Monroe as he possibly can.
And it's working. You see Devon Monroe barely holding himself up in the corner.
Ooh, comes back with a kick to the face. Knocks Darin Corbin silly. Gives him a little bit of time and hits another one. Giving himself precious seconds here. Caught him.
Looking with that kick.
Counter there.
That's a move that he's developed over the last year, working out on the East Coast.
Absolutely.
During the pandemic. That rebound kick there.
Very effective as he now starts to mount some offense.
And there's the greatest hit from Devon Monroe. That front flip clothesline. And that throat thrust from Darin Corbin brings it right back to him.
After all of that, the momentum just swings right back in Darin Corbin's favor. This is how quick Darin Corbin can neutralize an opponent. All of that offense, all of that flurry by one move, just like that.
And we just got the notification, 10 minutes passed, 10 minutes remaining in this 20-minute time limit. I'm not sure how much longer Devon Monroe can hold on. He's going to have to find something.
I don't think he's got 10 minutes
Satellite
left.
Head scissors. That'll help. Hook the leg. Smart.
Nearly a 3 count somehow.
As much pain as Devon Monroe is in, he knew after that satellite DDT, he had to go for the pin. And he knows, as much as he's struggling to breathe, he knows he's got to get up, which he's doing, staying on Darin Corbin, staying on offense, getting off of defense. And here you go.
Here we go. There it is. The greatest move in professional wrestling today. He promised he would make Darin Corbin eat it, and so he has.
Shoves him back into the ring, maybe looking for a Meteora now. But
Spear by Darin Corbin neutralizes everything Devon Monroe has put into it so far. That is it. Rolls over into a cover.
Darin Corbin had that Meteora scouted. As much as he doesn't like Devon Monroe, Darin Corbin is smart. He scouts his opponents. He watches the rest of the card. He knows what everyone else on the roster has in their sleeve. so he can stop it before it happens.
Very cerebral is Darin Corbin, and he just nothing cerebral about that.
And the soul-crushing finale almost ends the match.
Just punishing Devon Monroe. How Devon Monroe kicked out at that, I have absolutely no idea. The heart and fire of this kid is on display here, and it's got to be frustrating to Darin Corbin.
While this event here is a return for all of us in Higher Ground, except for the couple debuts here tonight. It's a homecoming for Darin. It's a homecoming for Devon Monroe, but I think Devon Monroe wants the win even more.
Going for the ginger snap. Nice counter and an elbow.
And he proves that he wants it after that strike there. Looking to finish it.
Oh, he got caught and hung up
like
on the
I
top
said,
rope.
Darin's got it scouted. Ginger snap. And there we go.
It is all academic from there. Darin Corbin takes the win.